Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. A Complete Unknown is directed by James Mangold and is starring Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan. Early 1960s, 19-year-old Bob Dylan arrives in New York with his guitar and revolutionary talent destined to change the course of American music. The one thing about music biopics is that they all kind of feel the same. They all deal with the same kind of problems, drugs, relationship issues, and they all come from nothing. This music biopic tells and honestly, a really good story that I've not really seen before, at least in a while. Nothing comes to my head that tells a similar story like this. The movie deals with Bob Dylan, who comes from literally like nothing, who did not expect to become famous, who does become famous, and eventually he kind of wants to break out from whatever music that made him famous and try doing something else instead of doing the same thing over and over, being told who he should be and who he shouldn't be. The movie does that very well, especially from the performance of Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan, who does a fantastic job. And the practice that he had to do for probably playing the guitar, which is one of like the hardest instruments to ever play. I tried playing guitar, wasn't very fucking good at it. Very good job. And a lot of people are saying that this would be an Oscar-worthy role for him. Like there's a lot of Oscar talks for him in this movie, which makes sense because the Oscars are around the corner. So all the Oscar movies are coming out now. I'll say that I've seen him in better roles, but I would not be upset if he won an Oscar over this movie because he did a very good job, especially the side cast people. Like you have Edward Norton as Pete, who is like kind of like a friend of Bob Dylan, who Bob Dylan he kind of helps Bob Dylan get famous in a way. You have Monica Barbaro, who plays as Joan, who does a fantastic job as well in the movie. Which it took me a bit to figure out where she was from, but she was also in Top Gun, so it's kind of cool to see her get a bigger role after that. I know she's been in a couple of other things outside of Top Gun, but this is the first big thing I actually seen her in. Everyone does a fantastic job. I don't know much about Bob Dylan, so I don't know how very accurate the movie is, but usually with these biopics, none of them are really that accurate. There's probably some melodrama put into the movie to make it fit for the story that they were trying to tell. Overall, this is a fantastic movie to go out and watch and a movie to go out and support. This movie does a very good job at capturing not only just the story, but also the era of the 1960s. It felt like the 1960s, it looked like the 1960s, and there was a lot of stuff mentioned that was going on in the 1960s with Bob Dylan and all that. Job making the world feel real, even though it did take place in the real world. Did a very good job establishing the 1960s very well. I'm gonna give A Complete Unknown a B+. The only biggest complaint about the whole entire movie is that it kind of does drag at some point, that it is a very long movie. So that's kind of my only complaint, but overall, a great film. Go check it out when you guys have the chance this weekend. Anyway, guys, thank you much for watching. And like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.